Let's go ahead and get started with this Bob Ross reading. I've got our happy friend here with us today. And he has such a kind and generous spirit and energy to work with. I actually do a lot of work with creatives who have passed on. I have Kahlo is always nearby. And when I was in the middle of writing my novel, I had a bunch of images of writers who I respected, both living and passed on, in my space. And so I definitely recommend, if you're comfortable with it and if you have a strong pull to a particular creative soul, to foster that connection. Because they could have messages for you and guidance to give you through their works and through their life stories. So we are working with Bob, upside down. We're working with Bob on our weekends to give us some messages. So let's see what we've got going on. And just as a reminder, definitely stick to the end. Hi there, Stumbling Stories just joined us. Woo woo. Stick to the end because one of y'all is gonna get the opportunity to have a card pulled just for you. So if you have something that's been weighing on you and you really want clarity on it, I'm gonna ask like a little question, and whoever's the first to answer it will get the extra card pull. But even if you don't, still tune in and listen because the message could very well also relate to you as well, because we're all part of this Awakened Creators community. And I feel like if you are receiving and enjoying and growing in the vibration of this community, then we tend to kind of go through a lot of the same things around the same time as a sort of collective energy. So it's definitely worth sticking around to hear what is affecting and going on with other people. Hi, Rachel! All right, so let's go ahead and start with our card for the weekend and see what message Mr. Ross wants to offer us. We thank you so much. Of course he's gonna drop 2 cards, right? So you all get a bonus. Okay, here we go. Let's see what energy Mr. Bob Ross would like us to focus on this weekend. Holy cow. Okay. The first one is 6 of Clubs, 6 of Wands. You have to have dark in order to show light, just like in light. That's a pretty powerful one right there, and it definitely reminded me of what I was saying, that these eclipse energies, at least in my journey, have been definitely challenging me to take a bit of a closer look at shadow aspects of self, or there's been a lot of like past experiences like resurfacing, things that I thought I had dealt with that are coming back up again. And like Bob's reminding us here, you know, that darkness is not something to necessarily be feared. We're trained that way, right? In our society, in our cultures, we are told that to be afraid of, you know, those things that are uncomfortable. But the truth is that those obstacles, those opportunities to face those parts of ourselves once and for all, are our most victorious moments, especially when we can clear it out, let it all out, right? Which is what I did last night. I did a lot of crying. I did a lot of crying and releasing last night. And once we can kind of clear that fog chakra. It's a card of heart chakra healing. So maybe some of you have some heart chakra healing that you've been doing, or you're being called to do maybe this weekend, and just really love on yourself. But I feel like I want to say you've already come so far. You have already come so far. Like, can you please just give yourself a victory lap? Give yourself a congratulations. Woo! Right? You did it. You're doing it. You're doing it every day. And I know you all who are watching, you guys are doing it every day. You're doing it every day. You're showing up for yourself. You're doing the best you can with what you've got. And you know, if you need help, you ask for it. But you're not afraid of that darkness. So let's look at the other one that we have. It says, we just show you how, but you make the decisions. And you have this much power. You have to make big decisions. Three of Hearts or Three of Cups. This is a very interesting card. Let me read it to you again. We just show you how, but you make the decision. When you have this much power, you have to make big decisions. How many times when you're creating, you feel like nervous to make that next paint stroke, or like to pick the color? You're like, oh, what if it's wrong? Like, what if it ruins the whole thing? Or if you're writing, really scared, where do I take this next? What if I break my plot? You know, there's always an opportunity to face a big decision. And I love that this is the Three of Hearts or Three of Cups, because you don't have to do it alone. The Three of Cups for me is all about that community and that kind of co-creative brotherhood, sisterhood energy, where we are working together as a community. We're supporting each other. It is the card of the muses, right? And as I mentioned in the opening, I was talking about connecting with creative spirits, either, you know, still living or passed on, people whose work you're really drawn to. There's usually a reason why. I don't feel like any of that happens by mistake. And those connections that you're building can be really foundational for you going forward and help you make those big decisions. But it definitely can be very scary. It can be very, very scary. But again, with these two cards combined, like, you're already victorious. You're already on your way. Don't be afraid to keep going and keep persevering, and to remember that you're not alone. But also, the first part of this card, that we can just show you how, that you make the decisions. I love y'all, but that's what I feel like is part of the work that I'm doing. Like, I can only give you the tools. I can only give you what I know. I can only give you the information that I have, what I've learned. And it's up to you to make those big decisions. It's up to you to decide what you're going to do next, how you're going to move forward on your journey, what's important to you. So again, I mean, that's with all of life, right? It always ends up coming down to what you decide. But you don't have to make those decisions totally alone. You can lean on your creative family. You can ask questions. You can ask for help. So for those of you just joining us, these were the weekend's cards. We were talking about the necessity for shadow work and facing the parts of ourselves that we don't particularly feel comfortable with. So that is your general reading for this weekend. Now remember, one of y'all is going to get the chance to have a personal card pulled just for your situation. So hang tight just a second. Before we do that, I really, really want to show you this. Oh, Cassandra Marie, I am so happy that that really resonated with you. Welcome to my office, by the way. Can you see my things? This is this is my space. This is where all the magic happens. My sketchbooks and my journals and everything, and vision boards. There's Miss Frida guiding me all the time. She's beautiful and her spirit is very beautiful, and so are all of you. But I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. I know you're probably like, is she ever gonna shut up about this Creative Rebirth Chakra Healing Program? I will very soon, I swear. I swear I'll shut up about it soon, but for now, I really want to give you a totally sneak peek inside. Like, I want to actually show you, what does it look like? Like, if you were to do this, what would you see when you get in there? So let me show you. I'm going to switch my camera for just a second and show you that once you're in there, you're going to have access to, and this is just the beginning, you're going to have access to the opening to Creative Rebirth. This is where you begin. And that's where we'll go for just a second. If my internet is fast. Oh, there I go talking. There's me on video, giving you all the deeds. But there's incredible content here, y'all. I'm really proud of this. This has been a labor of love for me, and I wanted to share an insight with you just about what's inside. So we've got a whole welcome, and then we're gonna go through a total overview of the chakra process. You've got body scans, you know, PDF documents that you can download, surveys you can take to kind of assess yourself, and then we'll actually break down each chakra one by one, discussing how they impact your creative journey. And again, this is just the opening module. After this, you're gonna get root chakra, and then sacral chakra, and then you're testing me, solar plexus, and then heart and throat and third eye and crown. We're gonna do them all. We're gonna do them together. The other cool thing, and I'll show you, we'll go back. Once you're inside, you also have access to everything that I've ever made. So this is my other course, The Cycle of Creative Flow, that will be free to you. And anytime I create any other course, it's just gonna drop in here. Your price won't go up, you won't have to pay any more. But then this is the gold. This is the community that's in here. And shout out to Rachel. She's on it, y'all. She's like, I'm gonna go in and introduce myself to these people. So thank you, Rachel, for being so present and so ready for this experience. I've got some community guidelines because this really is meant to be a sacred space for us, with no room for judgment, no room for violating each other's boundaries. So it really is fantastic. And if you weren't already aware, the enrollment is going to close on the 22nd. And the reason I'm closing enrollment is because I want this very first cohort to go through this journey together. I want you as a founding member to have the ability to, first of all, get a lot of my attention and care. And second of all, really design this program going forward. Like, what's working for you, what's not working for you, and impact the way that it's presented to future creatives. So when I say you're a founding initiate, I truly, truly mean it. And the very super secret surprise that I have for you, if you're still here and listening, is that for the next 24 hours, I'm going to give you the opportunity to sign up for this program at 50% off. And I'll probably never do this again because it's honestly, it's worth a lot more than that. It is, if you pay in full, which actually, let me go ahead and show you the pay portal. So if you go in here through it, and you decide you want to pay for a full year, instead of the regular price of $222, with the code I'm about to tell you, and I'm not going to type it out, I'm going to just tell you, you're going to get it at half price. That's less than $10 a month for this, for a whole year. And also, if you pay in full, I am going to offer you a free 30-minute reading. So just for you, whatever you need assistance with, whatever you're struggling with specifically, I'm going to get you a reading, right? I know, thank you. And so, yeah, I think it's a really great value. And I try to make it as affordable as possible, because I know that the current paradigm with creatives is we're not usually tending to be like drowning in moolah, right? So, and we're gonna shift that, trust me, in the future we're gonna be working on that. But for now, if you are interested in the Creative Rebirth program, I'm gonna give you the code right now. So grab a pen or a pencil or a paintbrush or type it. Here it is. If you're ready to sign up today, and for the next 24 hours, you'll have access to 50% off, which is less than $10 a month, plus you're gonna get that 30-minute reading, and the code is BobRoss611. So that's today's date, right? It's June 11th, so it's BobRoss611. All right, so when you go in through the pay portal, it'll ask you for a code. You type BobRoss611, and it'll take half off the price. Valentina, I mean, girl, you missed a little bit, but it's fine. You can watch the replay and catch it from the beginning. So now that I've got that, again, BobRoss611, let's see who's gonna get this bonus card, okay? So, do you recall one of the two cards at the beginning? What were the suit and number of one of the two cards that we got this morning? Whoever can answer, let's see. First, Bob gave us two cards today. Do you remember what at least one of them was? I'll give you time while I sip some tea. Six of Clubs. Woo! Cassandra, Marie, yes, you were the first. Six of Clubs was one of the cards. Very good. So, again, remember, we are a family, a collective unit, which means that the messages that Miss Cassandra Marie is about to get right now could very well apply to you as well. So don't be upset that you were not the first. Listen with your heart and see what messages come through for you. So with that, Miss Cassandra Marie, I would like you to close your eyes, put your hands over your heart, let us connect, soul sister. Take a big deep breath. Everybody do this too. If you just need a moment to clear and like settle into your body. And we're gonna ask that whatever message comes through is of the highest and greatest good for all, and specifically speaks to what is on the heart of Miss Cassandra. God will come through for you. He always does. Oh, that one flew out. It like jumped across my desk. Wow. I almost want to cry. It says, just let go and fall like a little waterfall. And it's the Six of Spades, or the Six of Swords. That is a beautiful card. Just let go and fall like a little waterfall. message related to this card, I hope you can feel it, right? And the work that we've all been going through energetically with all these eclipses has really been calling into surrender. In fact, if Valentina's still here, she did an amazing work recently of a figure just really surrendering. And I would recommend you go check out her page and her work. Check out everybody's. Like, if y'all aren't following each other, you should, because again, this is a family, and the work that we do that comes from our heart can help each other. So again, this is about release, right? Letting go, moving on, moving on from all of those things that we really have been so heavy, right? They've been so heavy. Just let go, like you can let go. You can let go and allow yourself to just fall. And you'll be held so beautifully. And of course, the Six of Spades, if we're talking about the Six of Swords, this is a card of moving on, a card of clearer thinking and moving forward, really deciding with our will, with our gut, with our solar plexus that we deserve better, and that we're not going to play those old mind games with ourselves anymore. We're not going to torture ourselves anymore. We're going to get us, our divine feminine, our divine masculine, and our inner child in that damn boat, and we are going to move on to bigger and better things. And that's what you're being called to, Miss Cassandra Marie. And you're being called into surrender. I love you so much. And to all of you who are present here, this message is for you also. Just let go and fall like a waterfall. Thank you so much for being present, for being committed and devoted to your creative journey. That is hard, and not everybody can do it. A lot of people will give up. You maybe have even given up in the past. I have. I gave up for like over a decade. And then I remembered how much joy I was robbing myself of. How much love, support, and happiness and freedom I was keeping myself from. And that's what we have the opportunity to do together as a collective. As members of the Awakened Creators family, we get to collectively say no to that old story. Six of Swords, we're moving on. We are not going to play those old games anymore. We're going to do this for ourselves, for each other, and for the collective at large. Okay? And so with that, I want to welcome you once again into this family. Okay? And I also want to say that if you truly feeling called, you're not sure how you're going to do it, or how it's going to be, or if you'll be able to get through it all, or what you're going to find when you go digging, but you feel like you're really ready to move on, I really want to welcome you into the Creative Rebirth Chakra Healing Program. You are so safe here. We will do it together. We will hold each other's hands every step of the way. And if you want to be a part of that, please take advantage of this incredible deal. Take advantage of less than $10 a month. You get to start healing. You get to start moving forward. So again, the code for it is Bob Ross 611. Bob Ross, today's date, 6/11. And you will get 50% off a year subscription to the Creative Rebirth program. You will not be the same person by the time you finish this program. And I hope that by the time you finish this program, you'll want to stick around, you'll want to keep growing, keep moving forward, keep expanding, keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because we deserve to take up fucking space, right? We deserve to take up space in this room on this planet, and our work and our art deserves to take up space. So if you have any questions, send me a DM, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to talk to you. Don't be afraid. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I cannot express it enough that I am here for you. My heart bleeds for you. You are valued, important, beautiful, and loved, and you are safe here. And I love you so much. Okay. Well, I think that's all I have. So, with that, I want to wish you a beautiful weekend. Beautiful, beautiful weekend. If you feel like creating something, create. If you feel like you really need to take a time out, do that. Go snuggle in bed a little bit longer. Make yourself a real nice, nourishing meal. Do whatever you need to do to prove to yourself that you are ready to move forward, move on, treat yourself with respect, and love and value your creativity as something very, very important to you. Okay? I love you so much. I'll talk to you all later. Bye. Don't forget the deadline. June 22nd. When Mercury goes direct, so are we, okay? All right, everybody. I love you. Take care. I gotta figure out how to turn this off. I'm new to this stuff. Bye.